Hello again. I thought I would give you the story of my journey into benzo hell. Now, granted, I've been a hypochondriac for a very long time, for as long as I can remember. I'm 41 years old. Thanks to Posh, I hope I don't look it. Feel it, though. Anyway, when I was younger, I didn't know what was going on, but I would always call my dad's mother, who we called Guinea. She had her degree in theology, and she knew the Bible inside and out, back and forth, and I would call and talk to her for 5 minutes, and I was fine. I don't know what triggered this event. I have been trying my hardest to figure out what triggered it, because if I could figure out what triggered these feelings, this fear of death and the hypochondria, then I feel like I could deal with it better than with just meds. Anyway, but my life fell apart January 11th, 1996. I can tell you what I was wearing, because I would never wear it again. Because I was like, well, if I wear it again, it'll happen again. You start associating your feelings or whatever with whatever is going on. I was sitting in microbiology class at the local university, where I got a nursing degree, which is really good for hypochondria. Anyway, I broke out into it's like a hot sweat. I was hot, but I was, or like I was cold, but I was sweating. So I get up, and I'm like, I'm just going to go get some water. So I go out in the hall, get some water, and my vision starts doing this. And then I look up, and I'm staring at the ceiling. I passed out on a concrete tile floor, and I had a goose egg on the back of my head. I get up. My mother worked at the university at the time, and I get up. I go to the office for that building or whatever, and I say, I just passed out. I sat down on a chair, and I fell off the chair, passed out again. So they called the infirmary that's at the university, and the nurse come over, and, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? No. My blood pressure was 120/80 3 times in a row. So they call my mom. She comes and gets me. We go to a level 1 trauma center that's here where I live, and they did a CAT scan on my head because of the passing out, and then I'm expecting tumor, something horrible, whatever, to explain why I passed out. Sorry, this is not good. Do not do this. Bad, bad, bad. Anyway, so they come back and they tell me that it was my sinuses. And I had no sinus symptoms. My nose wasn't running. My nose wasn't running. No ear problems. No dizziness. No sniffling. Whatever. So from there on out, that's when I started worrying about, well, what's wrong with me? So I started associating that feeling with that class. So I quit going to that class. And then I began to generalize to the rest of the classes that I was taking that semester. And I wound up failing my classes because it overtook me. Sorry. Stupid selfie stick. Guess that's what you get when you get it at Wally World. Sorry. Apologize. I'll try to make this quick because I know you don't like long, drawn out things, but I'm doing this for recording's sake, just because I think that big pharmaceutical companies need to pay for what they have done to us, which is beyond inhumane. Anyway, I tried Attacking Anxiety by Lucinda Bassett. It helped for a bit. I should have stuck with it. If I would have, I probably would have been better off than I am now. Instead, I went to see a psychiatrist who started putting me on pills, PRN, and I started having panic attacks so much, and I became agoraphobic for 1996. And I stayed in my room. I would not leave. I had safe people that I would not go anywhere unless they were with me, and I would not go no further than 5 miles or 2 miles from my home. And that was very rare. So I had a panic attack because, you know, we were going to Florida, and everybody, you know, if I didn't go, nobody else was going, and I didn't want to ruin everybody's trip, so I went. I remember backing out of the driveway and crying the entire time because I thought, because I left my parents, that I was going to die. I had a panic attack, or well, not panic attack, but I had an ongoing anxiety attack for about 4 days. I made myself sick in Florida. It was the worst trip ever, and horrible. So anyway, after that, you know, I started taking benzos. I was on antidepressants. I've been on them all. I've been on every benzo prescribed regularly except for Valium. And right now I'm on Klonopin. And 2.5 years ago, I was on 6 milligrams of Klonopin. And a lot of people think, oh man, I'm so tolerant. Now, if I remember I had to go to the ER and they did a urine drug screen on me. And it's so much a part of my DNA, I guess, because benzos did not show up on my urine drug screen, and I took them as prescribed. I did not take more than needed. I didn't take less than needed. I took them as prescribed because I was not given informed consent about them being addictive and that they shouldn't have been taken more than 2 weeks at a time. No, I've been on them 20 plus years. So, and now they're coming out with a lot of warnings about, you know, memory loss, dementia, and yes, I can't work right now because I'm a nurse, and it's all about the paperwork. It's not about the patient anymore. You know, if I can't remember what I did 15 minutes ago, or if I took my medicine, how am I going to remember what I did word for word and specifically to the point of what a nurse is supposed to do, taking care of patients 4 hours ago? Because sometimes nurses don't even get a chance to sit down and do their paperwork until the end of their shift, which is 12 hours later. So I cannot work. Thank you, benzos. I can't remember a lot of things. The very reason that since I have been tapering, the very reason that I started taking them, which was anxiety, has come back full force, 150%, like twice as bad as it was. Never cold turkey, because that you can die. I honestly wish I could go back and be a heroin addict and shoot up and then be dope sick for about 2 weeks, and then I'd be over it. And people say, well, you know, you're just addicted. No, there's a big difference between dependent and addicted. I'm not addicted to them. I don't want to take them. Crackheads want to take it. I don't. But my physical dependence on them is a physical, not a psychological dependence. My physical dependence on these drugs prevent me from cold turkeying, or I would have seizures and I could die, which is why I got put on Neurontin, because I thought I didn't want to have seizures while I was tapering off of them. And I'm also on Zoloft for depression, major depressive disorder. I wish I would have done cognitive behavioral therapy. I wish I would have done anything. Lobotomy is better than what people have to go through with benzo withdrawal. Look it up on YouTube. There's more than one of us. There are so many of us out there. There are millions, and things have got to change, and Big Pharma should pay for keeping informed consent from those of us who already have problems. So, write your legislator, write whoever you've got to do. If you know a lawyer, tell him to look at this video. And then tell him to look at all these other videos, because he's going to make a buttload of money. Because, they get half or whatever, how much of it, when they win a case. Trust me, this will be bigger than any Monsanto, because doctors are sending these pills out like they are Tic Tacs, like they are candy. Do you know how much money they're going to win? And I'm just saying, lawyers, you need to listen to the benzo community. Sorry. Anyway, lawyers, listen to the benzo community. People, listen to the benzo community. Doctors, stop. Do cognitive behavioral therapy. Do EMDR. Do dialectical, whatever. Anything. Coloring. Anything. But just instead of, hey, here's a pill. No more pills. No more pills. Because I'm forgetting more than I've learned. And it's killing me. It's affecting my friends. It's really affecting my family. I'm a single mother of 2 kids who are taken care of. By the way, they are not going without. They are not abused. They are not lacking in anything. They are thriving very well. My only hope is that they never, ever have to go through what I'm going through. And so far, so good. Because I hide it from them, because I don't want them to worry. But thank you all very much for listening. I don't deal with negative comments because, got better things to do. And opinions are like, yoo-hoos. And everybody's got one. So, share my video, because if it will help somebody, then I've done my job. If I have helped you, if I help somebody a loved one, anybody, then that's a good thing. And I thank you for taking your time out. I'm sorry this thing has went on for 13 minutes. But thank you for sticking around, and I really appreciate it. You have a blessed day.